How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal, and today we're going to talk about what's billed as a racing game. It's also billed as a vehicle combat game. I'm just going to say you in a boat with a gun on it, and you do stuff. That's how I define this game. And it's probably one of the better examples of Rare in their, when they were starting to kind of develop into what we knew them to be. This game's from 1989. It's published by Nintendo. And yeah, it's a pretty doggone good video game. You do a lot of different stuff in it. There's boss fights and races. All kinds of cool stuff is happening in this game. So let's talk about it. Today, we're going to take a look at Cobra Triangle. Now, Cobra Triangle, you control a boat. The boat has gun turrets on it. And you have to reach the finish line in races or beat the clock races more than racing other boats. I want to say there are other boats though. There are sequences where you gotta make it up river and stuff is coming down river at you, logs and whirlpools and stuff like that. There are instances where you have to jump a waterfall. Just all kinds of wild stuff is happening in this game. You got target practice on where there are targets on either side of the riverbank and you have to shoot the targets. A lot's happening. It all plays great. The soundtrack to this game. I promise, Rare had some of the better game soundtracks that we got back then. It was amazing. But this was also one of those instances where it was billed as a racing game, but there wasn't a lot of actual racing happening in the game. You dodged a lot of, you got to a finish line, but you also dodged a lot of different obstacles in the water, and you had to defeat a bunch of there was one section where you have to rescue these people that are just chilling in the middle of a lake and keep them from getting drugged off to the edge of the lake by other boats. And if they get drugged too far, you gotta go get them before they get to the edge. And just a lot happening, but it's all done incredibly well. This was an excellent example of Rare developing something cool and Nintendo deciding, hey, we're gonna publish this, because at the time Rare didn't have a publishing situation. Actually, they still don't. They're a dev, and this game just works out wonderfully in that regard. So yeah, if you like vehicular combat and racing games and all that good stuff, you should definitely get your hands on a copy of Cobra Triangle expeditiously. Now, let's say you do want a copy of Cobra Triangle. About $12 to $15, you can get yourself a copy of Cobra Triangle for a loose cart. And considering how much fun this game is, yeah, you're going to get a lot of value for your purchase. It's a fantastic little video game, and one that I can definitely vouch for. Much like stuff like Solar Jetman, and even going back to RC Pro-Am, which this game definitely is influenced by. Rare knew how to get the most out of the NES hardware, it seems, and they did a great job with that. So, yeah. Cobra Triangle. Looks like RC Pro-Am with a boat, but it's a whole lot more than that. So you should check it out. This has been the 8-Bit Animal, and I'll catch you beautiful people tomorrow. Tomorrow, little biplane make big buildings go boom.